I'm Sean Myers, joined by Jason Bush, the head coach of the Ligonier Valley Rams baseball team, and Jason's team in the postseason in Class 2A. So first off, congratulations on getting to the postseason. I know that means a lot, especially for a program that's still relatively new in the WPIAL. What does that accomplishment mean to you and to this program?
Oh, I think it's another step in the building block process that we're trying to do. You know, we took over last year a program that was new to the WPIL. You know, we're trying to do things the right way. And, we won 9 games last year, but fell short of the playoffs. This year we got to 11 wins, qualified for the playoffs. So I think it's just another step in trying to build what we're trying to build here from the ground floor up.
And when I saw the realignment and where your team was placed, it is a very top-heavy section. There's some really, really good teams, some teams that have won a lot of games and many championships over the years. Do you feel as though playing against teams like GCC and Sarah Catholic have really created a battle-tested group for your squad?
Absolutely. I think playing Riverside and GCC and playing Sarah Catholic, and you know what? Up until the other day, every one of our non-conference games was what we played up. So we've only had one non-section game that was on our level at the AA level. So, those teams are tried and true, terrific programs, and we respect the heck out of them. And we've also played a schedule. We played teams that in other classifications won section championships and hung with them. So, playing up maybe in some ways isn't completely ideal, but I think it's made us a better baseball team.
And in terms of the section opener, it was a terrific victory against Greensburg Central Catholic, and you got a outstanding performance from Hayden Siraki, and he's a guy that we've said his name quite a bit, whether it be football, basketball, or baseball. He's had a terrific career at Ligonier Valley. What has made him so good, in particular, in the sport of baseball? The thing that I continue to come back to is, what a great athlete he is, what a great baseball player he is. He's a better young man. He's a great kid. He's a great leader. He has, as far as the baseball in specific is concerned, he has all the tools. He can hit, he can run, he can throw it, he can pitch it. He does all those things that are toolsy that everyone's looking for. And of course, Coach Merritt is always going to get that at Seton Hill. But he's just such a great kid. Such a great leader, does everything. I mean, he's hitting over 500 right now. I'm sure he's in probably the top handful of guys in the WPIL in strikeouts. He's won 4 games on the hill, hitting the ball at the ballpark, outfield assist. The kid just does it all. And again, the best thing I can say about him, as good of an athlete as he is, as good of a baseball player is, he's even a better young man. He's probably a household name, if you will, in terms of Westmoreland County standouts. But who are maybe a couple players, even if you want to expand it, that have really solidified their spot as a key component of what your team's been able to do?
I think when you look at our team and you look at our season, we've pitched the ball very, very well. Our team ERA is under 2.5. And I don't care what level of baseball you're playing, when you can put that up there, it's important. And Hayden's obviously the number one guy that we have, but 2 other guys have really stepped up, and they're both sophomores, and that's Tyler Smith and Adam Moreland, both sophomores, both pitchers, both catchers. They've done an outstanding job. They round out our pitching staff and have done just a great job for us this year. And then we've had some contributions from some other seniors. Noah Lawson's had a really good season at the plate for us. Logan Johnson's another kid that's had a really, really good season. Leo Bazela, who's a junior outfielder. Unfortunately, he pulled a hamstring about four weeks ago, and we've been real cautious about bringing him back, but I expect him to be at full strength here when we come back here next week. So, those are some guys that have had terrific seasons. It's truly been a team effort. We only have a roster JV and varsity of only 19 kids. And, and I can tell you from riding the buses with these guys, they really do care about each other. They play the game the right way. And, as a coach that's been around for a long time, to listen to when we're coming back after a victory, the way they interact with each other and the way they enjoy each other, it's kind of reinvigorated me a little bit. It's made me feel maybe a little bit younger than I am.
It is a 12-team bracket in 2A. You get the number 11 seed, which means you match up against number 6 Chartiers Houston. How did that seeding align with what your expectations were going in? I've been looking at it probably for about 3 weeks, and I think that's probably about where we were. It appears at our level, at the 2A level, there's a lot of real top heavy teams, and there were some teams down where we were kind of a little bit over 500 as we ended up 11-7-1. But I think we probably ended up a little bit where we expected we would be. I'm a little surprised that Chartiers Houston fell to the sixth at 16-3. To be quite honest, but hey, this time of year, the WPIAL does things very very much on purpose. I mean, we're going to have this game next week, and then you're going to have a couple more days off, and then the quarters and the semis are back-to-back days. So it's going to take the best team. And so, right now for me, it's a one-game tournament. It's us versus Char Houston at Gateway next Thursday. And if we can come out of that, then, we're going to take the approach as why not us? And, and I think Hayden, obviously, we're going to give him the ball. And I'm not sure that there's anybody in 2A when he's on his game that he can't beat. And I don't mean that as any disrespect to anybody in 2A. I just believe in Hayden, and I believe in our team. And if we catch the ball and put some quality at bats together, I don't think there's anybody that we can't compete.
Lastly, I know that we mentioned it's an opportunity to get a WPIAL playoff win. I don't think that Ligonier Valley has had that in baseball. Obviously, they achieved that in football in the fall. What would that mean if it does happen to kind of have that milestone with these young men?
Again, we talked about building this program from the ground up and doing things from a building block standpoint. We have a great relationship with our youth program, and those kids are coming out and they're watching, and kind of everybody's starting to pay attention to what we're doing on the baseball field. I truly respect Coach Beidel and everything he does with the football team, and they've taken things a little bit to the next step, and that's what we're trying to do. And, for the community, for the baseball program at large, and what I'm talking about the program, I'm going the whole way down to the little league and the whole way up through the seniors. It would be massive for us, and I think it would put us on the map, and it would give us an opportunity to say, hey, we've arrived, we're here, take a look at us, and don't sleep on Ligonier Valley, because we're going to keep coming.
Jason, thanks so much for doing this. I always appreciate the time. I know I'm going to see you plenty over this summer, but hopefully you have a nice long WPIAL playoff run as well before that.
I always appreciate talking to you, and I can't wait to see you in the summer, but I hope we keep talking high school baseball for about 3 weeks.
All right, Jason. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sean.